This map is as done and dusted as Taz would have us believe it would be?
Taz had no fear in picking this map at all. He just said, bring it on, we're ready to play it, and I really doubt that wisdom. I did it last time as well, and then we turned out to be right. That was against a different team, that was against Dignitas. We'll have to see if the polls have really brought something here. Pasha will open the bidding, taking down Kenny S, so that's a very important start here. If they can win the pistol round on the terrorist side, then it itself is going to speak volumes.
They have, and MBK from the ramp room just connects onto the head of Neo, and Titan will level the numbers up. He tricks to the bottom of the ramp, waiting for any VP players to come his way. Snax is the man who'll come around onto Screams to the screen, and it will be Taz that goes down as Titan find themselves now a man to the good, but Scream has only 6 points of health left. MBK retreating further and further in towards that lower site as he sits waiting. Pasha's going to come around from, well, what was the outside, but Pasha was dispatched of by existence, and now Titan are picking up these kills, and Bialy is left alone, and his hopes of just getting into that site, getting a kill and putting the bomb down were all evaporated. Good in the end from Titan.
Very, very cool. That first headshot on screen was out of this world, and then he actually survived on 6 HP, which is alone pretty impressive, and landed 2 more headshots, picking up the pistol round for Titan, and that is going to set in motion a landslide, which will be very hard to stop here, I think. Titan are, I mean, for some periods of Global Offensive, have been one of the strongest teams in the world on Nuke. I think even at one point pretty were the strongest. Actually, NIP ended up not picking this map against Titan for a short while. So that's really interesting. Now, Auto Shotgun also here on NBK, who's been showing us all the weapons of Counter-Strike, it feels. that's his plan for this tournament.
He's a flair player. So he goes through. It's that famous, though, of Kenny S that gets himself the kill on towards Taz. Scream follows up as Snax goes down, and this VP round, as strong as that CZ might be, at the range that they're using it outside, it's very hard to control. Kenny S will control his FAMAS much better. Titan should close out this round. Counter-terrorists win. An excellent FAMAS control on display there from Kenny.
A very comfortable round, and we have seen, I think, a number of times how important that can be when you're playing on the CT side, because you can actually win the first 3 rounds, but if you only survive with 1 or 2 people every time, and the terrorist side gets that 4th round, you're going to be ecoing almost instantaneously. So it's pretty important that they managed to do that at least, and Virtus.pro are going to be buying actually 3 smoke grenades. So that makes me wonder if they're going to try and just go for a plant at the B bomb site. Smoke their way down lower, put down the smoke, and then put the bomb down straight away. I think that would be a good play coming out right now for VP.
I think Richard Lewis is organizing a sit-in here and making sure that no one can make the move. It's phenomenal. Man of the people, Richard Lewis, fighting your fight, spectators. If you're wondering what's going on online, we've passed the time when the spectators had to leave, and Richard Lewis is having none of it. As Kenny and Existence get the kills. There are only 2 men left standing. Snax has picked up a FAMAS, though, and that may be a window of opportunity.
Certainly be great if they can get a couple of kills in here, but that bomb plant, I think, is still the main objective for Virtus.pro, and it's kind of been stopped a little bit by Kenny's double kill. Snax making his way through the vents here. He does not have the bomb, and Neo does, and there's going to be the plant, and Titan actually caught out of position, which is unusual for them on this map on CT side. Snax almost takes down MBK. That auto shotgun wasn't quite good enough this time. Neo probably won't be able to hold this in on 1-on-4. Without anything at all, no grenades or nothing. Going for the kill, gonna go down to Scream, and it will be Titan winning the round. But this time, I think it's a much better round for Virtus.pro. That bomb plant is gonna give them so much to look at the money they have because of it.
Yes, this is an opportunity now in this 3rd round, and VP will be happy to come to play. And, you know, on Nuke, it's tough to know what VP are gonna be able to offer against it, because historically, well, one interesting point is that Titan don't get to play Nuke as much as they'd like to. As strong as they were, they learnt and they dueled with NIP for so long in it. They just don't get to play it as much anymore because they're so feared on it.
Really only a couple of teams that will pick Nuke, and some of them are even a little bit worried about doing it against each other. So you're right, Nuke is a map that we get to see much less than we should, because it's such a great map. It really is a fun map to watch. So wish it was in the rotation a little bit more, but actually that's one thing maybe that the Gamescom maps are gonna force out, that people, if they don't want to play Overstone or Couple, they're going to have, or overpass a cobblestone, they're going to have to go for some of these maps. Well, going to be a boost up. No, they just run out. I thought they were going to do the boost up onto Dogwalk outside. Now instead, Existence is down here by Hell. And with the right timing, going to look out there. Kenny picking up the shot onto Pasha. This is the first time the Polish team can buy in. That's a great headshot from Neo, but instantly return on the hero from the last map, which is Bayali.
Neo ready to make that assault in towards the B site as he pushes forward. He's got one to his right, that's MBK. MBK is going to be the man pushing in, and Snax does get Existence, but MBK's famous dispatches of Neo. He's going to pay for it, though, as he'll go down. But as we trade frag for frag, it's come off that Virtus.pro are the worst off out of the two, with just Taz left alive against Scream and Smiths. Bomb to collect. Smiths will be the man he goes up against. And, Taz, whilst he might have spotted him first, isn't able to do anything about it, and now is very isolated. That'll be Titan ruining round number 4.
Scream has not actually died yet. He's got 6-0 and 0, so he's just 1 kill away from a reverse James Bond here, which is obviously a really good trait right now. That's what you want to do. And a little bit of comedy at the end. I think was he jumping to not get shot in the feet? That was it's an interesting moment right there.
You get an achievement unlocked for reverse James Bond?
There should be one, right? Get on that, Valve developers.
You've got sway at Valve, Anders. You can make it happen.
I don't know. I mean, I lost my knife recently, and they wouldn't give it back. But at least we helped secure a bug, so that was good news. We figured out what the issue was. I do try, and actually, yeah, we do work on GoTV stuff, so that's good news. Moving into the 5th round, NBK is going to get taken down through the smoke. Taz with some just a really great prediction coming out there.
Yeah, Taz stopping MBK, and MBK's control of that ramp room has been a thing of legend for him as he's worked on that. That's been the anchor that has enabled them to be so strong. So with that out of the question, you need something special. You need something like Kenny S with a flick shot onto Taz in the split second he shows himself. That was obscene from Kenny S. And let's see if there's more. Scream is about to see action as Bialy will come out and Scream will rattle off the shots. But it's Bialy who one-ups him as Virtus.pro are a man to the good as they are ready to make their assault now.
The bomb goes down, and actually Smith's doing something that's really, really Titan-esque, which is hiding down in Toxic and anticipating the B-push. And you know what? They called the wrong bomb side, and now Smiths is completely out of position. Going to try and see if he can get up to heaven here. Kenny holding from behind. I think all they're doing right now, Titan is looking for some exit kills, and Virtus.pro will pick up the round. This is an interesting development, and obviously the Polish team is playing better than they were against Dignitas here.
Yeah, they're going to take this round and exchange some banter with Taz and MBK. VP get themselves on the board. What's a good number for VP in this first half?
I'd be very impressed if the Poles can pick up 4 rounds. I think that would be a real achievement. And they have the room to do it right here and now. Titan had to rebuy at least 3 rifles. Their economy is not looking great. A couple of more rounds here where they either get 3 kills or more or at least win the round. If they can do that, it's going to be great. And then, who knows, if they can force an eco. I think if they can force an eco at any point during the first half, it's going to be really impactful in the rest of the game.
Kenny S waiting for all he needs is a pixel, as we saw in that last round, and this time he didn't connect as took 26 points of health damage as well. Neo down to 84 as the early exchanges bear little fruit. The Existence will poke around the corner and has a very exposed Pasha to dispatch of. Good work from him.
Definitely an important kill. I was a little bit worried about Kenny jumping when he got shot out from the silo there. That could have gone completely wrong, but I don't think that was intentional. Snax, though, has actually picked up an AWP. But right now, they're not completely running out of time, but they haven't really made any progress. They're still, you know, meddling around in lobby, wondering where exactly they're going to end up. If they try and go for the ramp route, we'll have to see. MBK is down here, and as you said, rightly so, MBK is so good at defending, and he's got Existence with him here as well. NBK waiting, and Kenny comes in for the party. It's a 3-way crossfire going in, and Virtus.pro are running right into it. Snags is going to be alone, being backstabbed as well, so it turns into a 4-way crossfire, and that's just more than he can handle.
Yeah. 5-1 Titan Kenny. Enjoying his time at the big time now. It definitely seems to have grown into his role in Titan once again. He is one of the people. Kenny, that was that shot on Taz. That was a ridiculous shot 2 rounds ago. It was just like, how do you even hit that? I could do it 1,000,000 times and never get close.
For me, those are the moments when I realized that Counter-Strike has potential to be an incredibly large esport, because I think you get a sense, just like when you're watching real sports events and you see someone with a really incredible athletic performance. And I think when Kenny does that, and a lot of the other players too, you get a sense of the same thing. You realize you're faced with someone who has abilities that very few people actually has.
You agree. Existence gets himself the frag onto Taz, and I think what you are basically saying, Anders, is that's why Counter-Strike's that much better than COD.
Well, I'd be careful with saying that, because we actually have a bunch of COD converts, so we don't want to force them away quite yet. We want to make sure that they are really truly brainwashed before we subject them to that kind of information. Now it's going to be Neo and Snags left here. It's a 2-on-4 situation, now a 1-on-4, and it will be Scream picking up here. Good double from Scream and Existence as well. And we'll be moving into a 6-1 situation, and unfortunately Virtus.pro will not have the money to buy, and Titan get room to build up even more on their own side. So that's not a good sign.
And just 2 rounds ago at 4-1, we were saying there was room for Virtus.pro to come into this game to get to the magic number, but they haven't even got close in those last 2 rounds.
No, and the tiny window they had into it where they won the 1 round and maybe could have forced an eco at some point, that's been taken away once again. Now they're back to pistols, and things just aren't looking good here. Titan anticipating some sort of eco rush because they're keeping an eye on the money, obviously. But not going to happen. Virtus.pro slowing it down for a little bit, and Kenny will pick up the first kill here in the 8th round.
It's just rattling off shots in the direction of Snax. VP will push in. MBK gets himself a kill onto Taz. It's Titan. Ever so slowly dispatch of this VP eco. No mistakes here from Titan. Nothing out of the ordinary, and great professional performance. Just Snax. We've got no idea that he's there. I don't think he's moved a muscle.
Right now, I mean, a lot hangs in the balance. Everything hangs in the balance.
Oh, nice idea. Just wanted to stay silent, rush in and get the plant, but no.
It doesn't work out. Kenny and Scream, 11 kills each and 2-1 deaths. Very impressive style coming out. And on the other team, actually, I think the most they've picked up is 3 kills on, yeah, that's on Pasha. So Virtus.pro just outright lacking in the kill department. And I would say, if you're Virtus.pro right now, you have the team to go and take the outside battle. Smoke off Kenny and go for the battle against someone who's willing to challenge you with a rifle. I think that's the smarter choice. Because I think ramp room and A bomb side is going to be way too locked down right now.
They fear Kenny.
Rightfully so.
Here he is, changing his position this round, mixing it up. It'll be Bjarli and Pasha that you can see getting ready to come towards him. And Kenny does get the first onto Pasha, but Bjarli was right behind him to follow it up with a headshot. And Kenny is down, but Bjarli and Neo down to 15 points of health. Taz pushes out, gets a kill, but Bjarli and Neo are no more. Existence and Smiths have the frags, and Virtus.pro are down a man already. It's 2-on-3. That, once again, is just a small window for them.
Scream gonna pick up that kill, and in a ridiculous twist of misfortune, Kenny actually hit that shot on both players. Bjarli also got hit by that 1 AWP shot outside, brought him down to 15 HP. So that's just unlucky for Virtus.pro, because that could have actually been a double kill, but even then, he softened up Bjarli enough that he was gonna end up going down almost regardless. And this 1-on-3 for Taz, it's actually not even looking difficult. It's borderline impossible because of the time that's left.
20 seconds for Taz, who hold on to that weapon. And we've seen in the second semi-final and this one, just the 2 most, well now 4 most one-sided maps you could ask for. And this is proving to be no different. And Taz can't get away with his weapon either. Titan taking no mercy.
He died after the clock ran out here, Tosspot, so he's down to $150. He did not get any win bonus. So that could be a round where the rest of Virtus.pro are going to have to buy where he can't. This is actually a really big deal. Titan doing a great job of hunting him down, obviously. And they're not going to stop right now. It's 8-1, and they're ready. They're set to go for that third map.
Yeah. All eyes will move on to Inferno. And who is, I mean, I could ask you who's impressed you, and you'd say Bjarly on map 1, Scream and Kenny on map 2, and you wouldn't, what is the one thing that differentiates yourself? Who's given you inspiration for map 3?
Well, you say that right as Kenny picks Neo right out of the sky with a really good shot here. Obviously, it's an eco round coming up from Virtus.pro, but Kenny on Inferno is definitely not a bad thing to be watching. He does go down here to Pasha. Creeping out from the squeaky door is going to be Taz going down, dropping the bomb as well, and Pasha not going to get the shot through the smoke. It's going to go down to Scream. But I think actually Kenny he might be the man to make the difference here. But it's encouraging to see that he's not alone, because that's been one of the weaknesses of Titan in the past, is that when everything rests on Kenny, and especially when you're in a grand final of this kind of tournament, you can't have it just be one person. So Scream stepping it up, and NBK has been playing solidly on in the other maps, and he's a little bit behind here, but they can even afford that. It's not a problem. So I think that's where it rests here. Maybe Kenny's going to be the spearhead, but they need all the rest too.
And NBK's got a really tough position here, because in ramp room you either win or you lose. There's nothing in the middle. You can quickly retreat and hope for backup, but if they push you, you're dead. So it's a map where the scoreboard can be quite deceptive. And on board with Kenny, who's moved this time.
And I think even worse still is if the rest of your team doesn't do their job and you have to rotate somewhere else, you're very likely going to be alone trying to retake, a 1-on-3 or something like that. So actually, I think it's doubly bad, but you're right. Not a nice situation at all.
And Titan are happy to leave him those types of situations on Mirage, for example, on B. Just have ultimate faith in the lad.
Pasha does open up this round with a good kill, taking down Existence now. Can they finally string together another round here? I said I'd be impressed if they could get 4 rounds, and right now they're still 3 away from that target, but with an opening kill and a second one coming in, Smith is going to go down, and there's Snax with a kill on Kenny. Is it finally going to happen? Neo coming from above is going to rain down death on Scream, and now he's going to jump back down, and he gets the kill on MBK. Incredible play from Neo. I'm not sure that was fully calculated, but it works out anyway, and it's going to be 9-2. 12th round coming up. I mean, they're half the way there, Tosspot.
Raw talent from Neo digging him out, as it has done oh so many a time, and Virtus.pro have doubled their score, and well, that was the first assault they've made onto the A site that's actually borne fruit as well. Everything that they've had that's come close has been into B. Kenny, who looks for Fly to swat around the outside once more, but isn't there. Neo, who he might get an opportunity to see. But no, man of the last round is alien to Kenny, as Virtus.pro try to engage him. It's a horrible engage to try and make, but with Pasha with their AWP, they've got a chance, and no sooner do I say that, does Smiths take him down.
Virtus.pro, unfortunately, a little bit outplayed here, simply because Titan switched their setup, putting Smiths that close, so they were looking for Kenny down back, which they've had to do all game long, so you can't even really blame them for doing that. But that kind of switch-up is obviously dangerous. Now it's going to be a 4-on-5, and Virtus.pro, they must win this round. They're going to be hard ecoing if they lose it. They've just won the single one here. It's not over yet. It's a 4-on-5. Neo going to jump on over to CT main, and we'll see if they can somehow make the refrag here. Smiths is very low on health, hiding in that corner, and a kill on him right now would be absolutely valuable.
Is going to be the stopgap for Titan as they try to make their way in towards that site. Gets himself the first. Snax and Bjarly follow, courtesy of Kenny S in Existence. And that leaves Neo 1-on-4. Does get the first. But as he turns around, Kenny is waiting for him. It is 10-2 Titan, 3 left in the half.
But they actually they have 2 players with a little bit of money and also some on Taz. So the big question is, are they gunning for 10-5 or are they going to eco around and then try and make it 11-4? And we have our answer right here already. They are going to go for it with 3 AKs at the very least, and some smokes and some grenades. There's one extra Galil in the mix. I'm not even sure I'm really opposed to this. I think the Poles they've shown in the past, the 2 rounds they've won, an entry frag is what they need. Somewhere on the map, anywhere on the map.
And he never far away from the action here. And just been the orchestra. He's been the conductor for the orchestra around the outside. Let's see whether that happens once again. Down to 38 points of health. Awesome work from that. Kenny's forced out of the position, and this time the nade really worked. But that nade comes in, and look at all the damage it's done. Virtus.pro have lost so much health, but those nades definitely gave away where VP wanted to get to. Smiths is going to be the man who is lying in wait for them.
Problem is, Titan already know that this is going to be a lower plant, and they have Smiths in this corner waiting. So Virtus.pro, when they commit to it, they're very likely going to lose the bomb with about 30 seconds left, and that is just not a good way to start. Here it goes, Pasha, very low on health. Smiths somehow miraculously not hitting the shot. Taz is going to go down, and the bomb will at least be planted here, but I don't think they can hold on to it. Bayali is going to be alone. He's going to take the first kill here now. 1-on-2, goes for another headshot, and he's not going to get it. Kenny will shut him down before the situation gets out of control. And it will be an 11th round for Titan. And now, at least the bomb plant happens, so they'll have a little bit better economy. But I think we're going to see that third map.
Bjarli was just never set to take on that 1-on-3. He's a man who could, but he was just never really set for it. We're all ready to get excited, though. But yeah, I think you're right. The third map is almost an inevitability now. And probably was the moment that we saw that VP were steamrolling Titan on Mirage. We start off with Kenny once again.
And I feel like that last round was one of those rounds where it kind of shows that Virtus.pro don't quite have the nuke tactics down, because if you want to go for that B plant, why would they not have someone at least making noise or forcing Titan to worry about the vents? All Titan had to do that round was worry about the door and the window, and that's easy to cover for a team like Titan. They are not putting pressure on Titan to try and worry about being backstabbed at all. So that's a bit of a telltale, I would say, that they're not doing things quite correct here. Taz with a kill, good job with the pistol, but Existence returning right away.
Taz did have a weapon courtesy of that. Unable to be the talisman though. Neo tried to flush out of position, but will get a weapon for his troubles anyway. As Kenny S would come in as the body of Bjarli rolls around the floor. Neo ready to come from behind and try and... Well, Neo's looking for someone to love, but can't. He's not being subtle about it either. Smith finds his time and will get the better of Neo. Awesome from Smith. He's not put a foot wrong.
Really good position coming out from him. Pasha, at this point, it feels like it's just a question of actually dying before the time runs out. That's going to be a priority here. He's going to jump down, take the kill. But this could actually really backfire on him. He's got to die before these 10 seconds are. If Titan are really cruel, they're going to let the time wait, but they won't. So they actually do almost mercifully kill him before the time runs out. I sometimes wonder if teams should actually gamble on that. Obviously, if he puts the bomb down, you're going to have to try and stop him, because that's not worth it. But if he's just running around, let him do it, and then find him after the time's out.
It is a big gamble, though.
Yeah, potentially.
But in that case, he was caught in a trap. Yeah, that was one of the few opportunities where someone who might have been quick-minded enough could have said, hey, you can wait this one out for a few seconds.
Maybe that's the next level.
Someone's going to claim it. Now that you've called it out, someone's going to claim it and say, oh yeah, I did it in this game.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to the demos or the YouTube videos or whatever it is. Moving into the last round of this first half of the second map here in the Grand Finals. And just to reiterate again, it's Virtus.pro that absolutely won the first one. So if Titan win this one, and at this rate it looks like they definitely will, we'll be going to the third map, which has, I think there's some satisfaction in that here.
Yeah. As long as it's a little closer. These stomps have, whilst been perfection in motion from both sides, more work to do. So that Molotov comes in, Scream that will push out. What a headshot. Scream gets one. Snax, though, takes out the then flashed Scream as VP feel like there's an opening here on that top site. It'll be Neo who's in deep. Do they have this opportunity to make it count? Existence just firing in towards the smoke. Bjarli and MBK will pick up frags each as Titan return towards the outside of that site. They're going to let that bomb go and then reclaim, if they can, the two of them. But, and it goes.
Right now, Bayali has a really good position. All he has to do is stand still, and this should work out. They're going to go charging in. Bayali will pick up the 1, and he's actually got a double already. They're hunting existence for the last round, and Bayali will pick up the triple and make it 3-12 at the very end here. Not exactly a great half for the Polish team, but at least I think they managed to get a couple of rounds on the board. And if they had won that pistol round, and that's actually an intriguing idea, this could have been 9-6 instead if they had really done well, and they almost did. So the score may be a little bit closer than it seems. Virtus.pro at least picking up a couple of rounds, but I am not sure they're going to be able to do this. Of course, the comeback, especially being new, is possible on this map, but based off what we saw earlier today for Virtus.pro on the CT side, I wasn't exactly too pleased.
Yeah, you've watched them more today. I mean, what would, if you could offer one piece of insight to them, what would it be?
They got to, I mean, rotation is the absolute key word on a map like this. Once you lose a player, and eventually on the CT side you will, you have to make sure you know what person is going to give up his position to reclaim a new one, so that you're still making sure you're covering every single entrance to both bomb sites. And that's way more difficult than it sounds. And that's why I think so few teams are actually good on this map on the CT side. It's very, very tricky. Starting off here, Snax looking for a headshot through and is going to take down existence. A bit of click, and actually that's one of the things Snax is really feared for amongst the professional players, shooting through smoke like this.
Yeah, you just can't budget for that as Scream comes around, almost gets himself a kill onto Pasha. Now will go in. MBK is going to charge in towards the site. Bialy has himself that frag, not much health, but the damage is done. Titan will chase out these remaining kills that are from the men down below, as Snax does pick himself up that frag. We're on a 2-on-2 here. See what Kenny S and that CZ can do. Titan face up with Smiths looking for one more kill for his hat trick. Here we go. It is going to be Kenny S to dart around the corner, but Taz was waiting for him, and that'll be the defuse. Awesome play from Virtus.pro. You heard the defuse in ears of Kenny, and he just sat and waited and was like, oh, I don't think they'll really have gone for it. And yes, they did.
Do you think there was a moment on the Titan TeamSpeak when someone said, "You're covering the bomb, right?" You know, just at the very end, because it seemed like none of them actually really reacted to it. Obviously, Kenny couldn't, because he was going to get shot down running out. But the other Titan player, there seemed like a little bit of miscommunication coming out, unfortunately, for the terrorist side. But it does make an opening for Virtus.pro, and Titan have bought C-set 75s and body armor, and they are absolutely notorious for picking up these rounds, the buy rounds with these rifles or these pistols here, especially on nuke. That's what they're so good at.
They've got enough nades to make it count as well. And for BP, they'll want to wither those nades down. But as they come through, there's Taz waiting on the other side of the smoke as he fires on in. Gets 1, 2, 3. Bialy's going to follow up with the 4th. And Taz will finish off the job. Virtus.pro, to the delight of their fans, will pick up an eco round win there. Maybe a little excited for an eco, but Taz flashed getting 4 is something special.
And what I think is, I mean, this is where Virtus.pro, this is what really feeds their fire. A single kill like that, and actually, especially because it's Taz that picks it up, he has an incredible energy in the team when it comes to stuff like this. So even though they're eco frags, they can, you know, they don't mean much in the overall game, because Titan are going to be ecoing once more here. But in terms of Taz gaining some momentum and you know, bringing the whole team with him, it actually does matter. So Titan gotta be careful. C-set 75s again, and no bomb plant that last round.
And the difference between this round and that last one, grenades. Only Scream has the flash, and Bindley, the grenades last time out, didn't help, as that has claimed a blind hat trick. Bialy gets himself the frag onto existence. Snax is going to help out. This time Virtus.pro will do it the more old-fashioned way.
So actually, I just realized something that I apparently had completely forgot, which is that Titan actually put down the bomb in that pistol round. So the fact that they bought in the second round is a little bit of a mystery, because normally that's not how it goes. Normally, if you put down the bomb, you'll have enough to buy in the third round, which means Titan, by making that pistol armor buy in the second round, have actually pushed their buy round once, which right now doesn't seem like a lot, because the score is still 12-6, and Titan could find these 4 rounds and it'll never be a factor. But once we get to the later stages, you know, having Momo around in there somewhere can make a big difference. I'm wondering why they did that.
I think they were probably feeling a bit gung-ho, but didn't want to make this a contest. And the one thing you don't want is exactly the point you were saying with Taz. You don't want to let him get riled up or feel like he has a chance.
Absolutely not. The one thing the soundproof booths here at least work for is that you can't hear Taz shouting at you anymore, which is something that can probably get in your bones after a while, and that's part of the game as well, and it's something that I absolutely love about watching Virtus.pro play, and they're not the only team that does it, but I always think it's fun when it happens.
Taz-proof booth. Neo with a bit of a miss Molotov there as he'll go in, and Titan will pick up 2. Pasha has got 1, MBK out for the count, but the lower site will be theirs for the taking. And there's 1 man down there, and he needs to make himself as big and loud as he can to allow reinforcements to come in. Oh, you would have thought that Snax was going to claim that one. But now it's just Bjarly and Taz 2 on 3. Bjarly comes in with a big old hit and a second. And it's Bjarly versus Existent, and he gets it. Awesome play from Bjarly, pulling Virtus.pro back in this with his bare hands.
And from being a little bit behind on this map, he's somehow managed to reclaim the top frag position, at least on his team. 16 kills here, obviously a little bit behind Scream and Kenny, who are still rocking around 20 kills right now each, so that's pretty impressive, but that was an incredible 4 kill coming out from Bjarly.
Yeah, well, to go back to that comment about Taz, Taz-proof booths they may be, but soundproof we're not so sure actually.
Well, hopefully there hasn't been any kind of slip-ups. Of course, we're going to try and be a little bit careful if it goes really serious, but Auto Sniper's been picked up on Pasha here, and that is a really good idea. It's a really great weapon on this map for covering ramp room or outside, whichever you prefer. And actually, speaking of Pasha, he's actually on the A bomb side, I think. So that's interesting.
What a great nade.
You could say that a couple of times and it'll still be true. Taz is going to take down Existence too, and it will be Scream very low on health here. MBK's dealing with anything to do, and he's going to go down as well. Snax will drop him. But yeah, a money grenade, a value grenade. I think Guardian calls them magic apples, and I've never really figured out why. I've just assumed that's a Slovakian thing.
12-8, and the game is paused by Neo. Virtus.pro have built up a little bit of wind in their sails now. And from their perspective, they've got nothing to lose. This isn't their map, and they're beginning to play well.
Well, look, if this was any other team, let's say we replace Virtus.pro with Dignitas, I would be saying that Titan would be in a lot of trouble right now. This is not a comfortable position. Virtus.pro have enough money to lose around and buy, and that's the minimum criterion for being on the CT side here. Titan, on the other hand, really don't have a lot of money, and they need to start winning rounds once again. Yeah, so it's really only because this is Virtus.pro that I'm a little bit curious about this.
That was Taz's flashed forfer. To the sounds back. Here we go.
Excellent.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah, they are starting to break down. So the rest of the show. So you feel like. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the grand final. Titan Virtus.pro. It is 12-8 to Titan, and your hero, your Richard Lewis, saved the final by delivering a keyboard to Virtus.pro. Vote Richard Lewis for President 2015.
Absolutely impressed. I thought when Richard joined Sapinder it would be the end of esports, but then he saves it anyway with the keyboard right at the very end here, so I'm very impressed. That's really great. He saves the audience and then the game. I mean, what's left at this point? Well, it's going to be a 5-on-5, some good grenades landing outside, but Snax is in a really cool position, especially with Bjarly distracting everything outside here. Smith is going to go down. Bjarly, Snax is not done yet. He's going to get the double, but Bjarly goes down, and Pasha, Auto Sniper in hand, will bring down Scream. Kenny and MBK are left there. A man down there, a lot of time, and the one clicking away here from MBK, channeling Scream.
That was absolutely ridiculous, that frag there. And it sets us up for a 2-on-2. With Kenny and MBK versus Neo and Taz. And these are the moments that if VP want to win this in 2 maps, they have to close out. But Kenny is a master of this scenario as he goes through. Clock ticking though, and Kenny is lacking a bomb.
Charges down. What? He picked up that kill.
And he'll pick up that bomb.
His one-on-one is not easy. There's no time here. He's going to have to go with the straight defuse, and Taz should be able to pre-fire this one. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The bomb goes down. Titan getting away with a lot here. And Kenny now has the advantage. Taz a little bit too slow on the draw. He's going to go for the straight counter defuse. 2, 1. Taz is going to do it. And Virtus.pro, they win the round. The ultimate counter to what just happened.
Taz has got the biggest balls of any man I've ever met. That was just obscene. Kenny's Molotov just kind of held him out of position, and it was an idea, I think, to prevent Taz from chasing Kenny, but in the end it completely backfired, and that face tells 1,000 words. It was a situation he should never have been allowed to get into in the first place, but he got himself out in some style. 12-9, Titan. 3-round lead now as VP eat into it round after round, and are looking good, but this is a bye round.
It is, and a couple of things I would like to see from Titan right now. One of them would be the AWP on Kenny, which they should have had money for, having that bomb plant. So obviously it's an intentional choice. They didn't go for it. The other one would be a straight A push, just in through Squeak, blowing it up and going for it. Now they're going down ramp instead, and the auto sniper is here. Neo coming in, gonna pick up the kill. Existence is down. The bomb is dropped as well. They're going for the spray, and they're not hitting it. NBK is gonna go down. Neo will pick up a triple kill, and it will be Smith's outside to drop. Taz with the headshot. Virtus.pro 2 rounds away from equalizing. And if they keep playing on this track, they might win this grand finals in a 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, absolutely crazy that we're talking like that now, but one thing just to take a different slant to it, MBK is like a magnet to Pasha. The moment he gets that auto sniper, MBK is never too far away, and that will be Titan. Only with a 2-round advantage. They lead the assault in towards that A site, and it'll be Virtus.pro who push through. Taz with the first, second, Pasha with the third, and the bomb nestled on that side as well.
Man, 2 on 5 here, and this is just what I wanted them, so I counseled Titan right into defeat here. Not looking good. Pasha will pick up the triple, but to Ospat, this is exactly what I wanted. This is what I just said. Blow up the Squeak door and run for the A bomb side. I thought that was going to be a good idea, but... well,
it's all your fault. Why do you hate France and Belgium?
I really don't know. I mean, that was, yeah, that was selling them out, I think. Apologies to Titan. I thought that was going to be a good idea, but Virtus.pro, they proved us wrong.
And from this point in, they're now favorites for this. They can tie it up here on this eco round for Titan, and on the CT side, you'd back them to go all the way.
Snax playing outside in a way that not very many people do. I'm not surprised Titan did not see that coming. That is a bit of an unorthodox way of holding the yard outside here. And up from above again, just almost artillery grade fire coming in onto Kenny S with that auto sniper, and it's going to be a second kill as NBK falls. And now a 2 on 5 going on. Another kill before finally Pasha is sent flying off the railing, but it's too late. Existence is alone, and he's caught, and Snax will take him down, and the game has been equalized. 12-12 as we move into the 25th round. Is this really happening right here?
It really, really is. I'm trying to remember the halftime score and whether Titan have won a round on the second half. They haven't, because it was 12-3.
It was. You're absolutely right. It was 12-3, and
9 straight rounds for VP. Well, credit to them.
Thorin was telling us that Virtus.pro used to be very good in 1.6 in on this very map. But first of all, the map is entirely different. And it's a different game, so I'm not sure I really trusted too much in that. But obviously, we're being shown something different here.
And thirdly, he wasn't sure that the map pick was a very good one on Virtus.pro's side.
And I definitely wasn't either.
BK alive, he's been looking for Pasha, his nemesis. But, Titan will push in. There is Snax, this time wielding the AWP. Now that smoke doing its job, preventing him from really seeing anything. But there's the hit onto existence, and Snax' game is up as he has to get out of there.
Neo almost utilizing the smoke, but Snax will pick up another one. That's triple outside. He's shutting down the whole courtyard on his own, and Pasha is going to have to fall back from that flashbang. He goes down. A great pickup from Kenny, but he's alone in a 1-on-3 with exactly 1 point of health, and here comes the grenade. He's going to get wrecked. Snax will pick up the quad kill,
Ace.
And that is it. An ace from Snax, and they take the round lead for the first time in this game, 13-12, and Titan, they've got to be shell-shocked at this point.
Awesome play from Snax. You just got to sit back and enjoy in that situation because he got rushed. The first frag, if it was maybe a slight fortunate from that point in, he knew exactly what he was doing. Got a point-blank kill, pulled back, got into a more traditional range, and then just awesome stuff from him to finish off the job. And, well, it is 13-12 Virtus.pro. They are 3 rounds away from being the Gfinity G3 champions. As Snax will do exactly what you say. Unorthodox is not even half the story, but whilst he didn't get a kill, he did take 2 players down to 23 and 29.
That could have just as well been a double kill. And this is where, I mean, there's a reason we coined the term Virtus.pro, and it is because of exactly this. Once they're up and running, there's almost no stopping him. It's not just on this map, it's almost on any map. Neo gonna take down Kenny. They're looking to extend the round lead by yet 1 more, and Titan have come up with no answers. As this is Sire's second half. It's going to be Bialy picking up the kill, goes for a second one and almost gets a double, but not quite. In the squeaky door, it's Taz taking down NBK. This 2-on-3 is not looking healthy for the Titan team.
And that smoke saved them because Neo was ready to rattle them off one by one as they made the crossover here, but 6 and 20 points of health. It's surely against them here. So they will need headshots only. Weapons maybe not great for this scenario for VP with an auto and an AWP in what will be close quarters conditions. But Existence will go first, and he misses that AWP shot there, Neo. As, he'll follow it up with the Molotov though, and fuck, just down him anyway. It's Taz that finished off that one, and now 20 points of health for Scream, and he just wants to save that weapon.
He actually surrendered. He gave away the bombs. I'm no longer interested in terrorizing anyone. Just leave me alone in the corner. And
the French team surrendering?
Oh.
There's a group in the crowd here who are literally like is watching their firework display. Every kill that Virtus.pro goes like, ooh, ah, ooh. It's great fun.
It's exciting. I think Virtus.pro are going to want to come back for this next year because they do have already games and a lot of fans, local fans here, which is exciting. Moving into the 26th or 27th round, and Virtus.pro are 2 rounds away from knocking Titan out of the grand finals in a 2-0 fashion. Grenade rains in, and that's a really good grenade. Does a little bit more than 50 damage combined. Snax with the kill outside. Last time was an ace. This time it's going to be the first one going in. And can we get a second kill from the man outside in the courtyard with the AWP? These smokes are working really well to keep him away, but we're going to get a second one. So there it is. Is the auction of death going to close, or is it going to keep going? Snags is looking for a third one, and he's going to be up on the sandbags just waiting. So much smoking going on, and he goes down eventually. So there's the closing right here, but he may have done enough already.
Yeah, it's Pasha who, just moved away at the wrong time. He was about to get called into action, and that tells me that VP don't really know where this next Titan assault's coming from. They're only a man down here, Titan, and they do have a couple nades to make something happen. And look at MBK's movement here. They've got no idea where he is, and that nade backs that up. Pasha looks around the outside, and this is just going to be who draws quicker. The magnet comes closer as he moves in, but now going to get his opportunity. MBK, oh yes, he will finish it off, and we're leveled up at 3-on-3.
A big opening coming in here. Now it's a 3-on-3. This is not quite over yet. Neo's looking up. He's going to get taken down. That's a great double from NBK, and now we're in a 2-on-2. That bomb planted here. No, not yet. Sorry, he goes down. I thought they were going to be able to do that, and NBK falls. Bialy will pick up the kill. No bomb plant, no round, and it's match and map point here. Virtus.pro are single round away from winning $20,000 and crowning themselves the champions of Gfinity G3.
And Virtus.pro, a team that we didn't think were that great on Nuke, haven't lost a single round. Incredible stuff from them. 12 straight rounds on the CT side here on Nuke, and they are ready to claim another championship. They just turned up at the right time. They were iffy on Saturday, and they definitely weren't happy on Saturday in terms of how they were playing, in terms of conditions. And then on Sunday in the semi-final, map 2, they just decided, you know what, we don't really care, we're going to win it.
This is going to be a big change for everyone. Snax going to pick up Scream here. A 5-on-4 is what we're looking at. Only 4 members left. Snax with another headshot, and the bomb is dropped, and we're in a 5-on-3 here. Tosspot, Titan are on their knees.
Kenny Ass follows suit. They're 2 frags away from defeat. It's Existence who will try to nade in and draw out Taz, who wants to finish this. And will do so in style. It's Taz that gets the finishing frag, and it's Virtus.pro that claim the Gfinity G3 championship here.